I'm diving. Hope comes and stops us in our tracks. Bravely reproving our striving. Trudging together each day. And where there's a will, there's a way.
Good morning. It's all gonna. Oh gosh darn it! I didn't change the title. It's gonna take a little bit longer. Hi, Kathy. Oh, hey, sis. Good to see you on Instagram. All right. Well, I can only change the title on that one. Oh well. What are you gonna do? You know, it is what it is. If that's my problem today, I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take it. Now, sometimes Instagram will tell me, hey, this person wants to come on with you, but really they don't. So I'm not going to press the button because I got a feeling you're like, nah, I didn't really come here to go live with you. But if you did, put it in the comment, I'll bring you on. Hey, Gary. So people know I have, we have Facebook and YouTube up here. I got Instagram down here. So, yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm clearly not awake yet. Leisure, the leisure man. I think somebody was just curious to see if it was actually somebody. All right. I'm still a little behind the ball here. All right. I just needed the chapter. We're going to talk about the hideous four horsemen today. We're going to talk about our relationship with the hideous four horsemen today. Because we had a relationship with them, which is what led to trauma, and it led to seeking out sordid places for companionship and approval. Right? That's what it does. Hey, Ingrid, good to see you. Good to see you. Oh, that kind of hurt. All right. Give me a second. So I don't know stuff. So I'm just going to keep it at that. Sometimes those numbers up there throw me off, but so we are in a vision for you. Sorry. I'm just going to kind of put it this way. I've got 8 brothers and sisters, and I talked to one. When I got sober, I didn't know that I had 3 more sisters and a brother. And, I'd reached out to the man that had raised me and to do a 9 step. And he didn't really want anything to do with me. He was a little bit older. And yeah, that hurt too. I mean, he literally told me, he said, don't come out and see me. I'm just too old. And I think I got him too old in his life. And, he did pass a few years later. He did die sober, which is the one thing that I carry with me. I don't know much more about him because nobody else in the family will talk to me. And, I had tried to establish a relationship with them, and then my PTSD hit me pretty hard. And I think that kind of drove them off. But one of them just popped on it and kind of left. And it fucking hurts, man, when people do that shit to me. They don't fucking bother showing up. Okay, then just get the fuck out of my goddamn life. If you don't want to be a part of it, then don't fucking act like you want to. Tired of that shit. I got a fucking phone. You know the phone numbers. Call it. My email hasn't changed in 20 fucking years. All right, now let's get to this. Thank you for letting me do that. Welcome to the Daily Trudge. My name is Dion. All right. It's my name. Wear it out, you sons of bitches. I had to make a joke. All right. If you're here, please say hello, whether you're watching the live or the rewatch. It's always good. You're not required to here. You can stay anonymous. You can stay quiet. That's okay. It's all right. For most normal folk, drinking means conviviality, companionship, and colorful imagination. It means release from care, boredom, and worry is the joyous intimacy with friends and the feeling that life is good. Okay, that's for most normal folk. Unfortunately, I am not most normal folk. No. I mean, what's the saying anymore? Normal is a cycle on your washing machine, right? Everybody's got their stuff. But for us, what we're talking about are non-alcoholic. This is where normies come from. We can't call them normies anymore. They don't like it, man. And I understand why. I get it. I call them non-alcoholic so that we know that they are not alcoholic. But gosh, normie just kind of seems like it's name calling anymore, right? But not so for us with those last days of heavy drinking. The old pleasures were gone. Yeah, they were but memories. Never could we recapture the great moments of the past. And that's really what I was doing. I was chasing that first drunk because it was new. It was enlightening. Suddenly I had friends and people wanted to talk to me and be around me and do things and, and life was good. Life was good. It's I thought it was good. My parents, on the other hand, did not think so. Yeah. Scott. Yeah, Scott's saying I hate the word normal too. You know, it's name calling anymore. Like toxic. Quit calling people toxic. That's name calling. And you're not a fucking doctor, nor are you a psychologist. Maybe the person isn't toxic. Maybe you're just an asshole. Do you ever think of that? Do you ever think that maybe it's you? Oh, there's so many toxic people in my life. Okay, what's the one thing in your life that's consistent in all of that? You. What could the problem be? You attract what you are. Birds of a feather, my friend. Stick around the winners, not the wieners. That's an AA saying we don't say it anymore because it's got the word wiener in it. There was an insistent yearning to enjoy life as we once did, and the heartbreaking obsession that some new miracle control would enable us to do it. There was always one more attempt and one more failure. Ouch. Bam. Bam. Okay, so every time we drank, there was a consequence, whether we knew it or not. Okay, maybe you drank and nothing happened. And nothing happened in that, right? No, it did. Something happened. Somebody around you worried. I guarantee it. There was an effect. There was an effect on the people around you. You know, like, it's impossible to live without a roommate if you're going to live alone, at least the way that I live, right? And even my roommates would worry about me. They're like, hey, I'm coming in, make sure you're not dead, dude. And I'd be like, what the fuck are you talking about? Total denial. What are you talking about? Nothing. Don't worry about it. The less people tolerated us. People will only put up with so fucking much. Some people might put up with more than others. Okay? My wife has tolerance for days, and I expended it. I used it all up. She was ready to leave. She was ready to leave. She didn't want to leave. She loves me. That's the reason she didn't leave before, and I knew that. And I abused it. I abused it. Not anymore. Ooh. That's why I quit drinking. I was tired of abusing my wife, man. I couldn't take it anymore. And it worked. It fucking worked. I'm just tired of people saying, you gotta get sober for yourself. I tell you, almost every meeting I go to now, I talk about the difference between sobriety and recovery. People need to hear it, man. It's the beginning of recovery. Right? Sometimes I go to a meeting and I listen to people. I'm like, every single one of you are a newcomer. None of you are doing the work. What's going on here? Yesterday I went to a meeting. It's like everybody did the work. It was awesome. A really good meeting, including the guy that had been there for 2 days. He had a lot of great things to say, because I held my meeting. Nobody showed up. I left at 6:15. I'm like, I'm done. I left at 6:15. I'm like, I'm going to a meeting, because I'm like, God, I hold this meeting so I could have a meeting, and nobody showed up. So I still need to go to a meeting, So as we became subjects of King Alcohol, yep, you are now mandated by the laws of alcohol. Hi, Patricia. It's good to see you. Good afternoon. Shivering denizens of his mad realm, the chilling vapor that is loneliness settled down. And even then, this is just part of the loneliness. It's going to get worse. It will get worse. Okay? The loneliness will drive us to commit the most horrid act, and that is suicide. Okay? Scott says, because I got Instagram going on too. The good thing is that I don't have to work anyone else's program but mine. That's right. That's probably a good suggestion to work your program, right? Sometimes we sought, not some, I'm sorry, I didn't say sometimes, it says some of us. I swear to God, it said sometimes. Some of us sought out sordid places, hoping to find understanding, companionship, and approval. Ah, momentarily, we did. Then would come oblivion and the awful awakening to face the 4 hideous horsemen: terror, bewilderment, frustration, despair. Unhappy drinkers who read this page will understand. I love that line. Unhappy drinkers who read this page will understand. Now we got to understand what the 4 horsemen are. Mastermind is saying please to me. I don't know what that means. I am not used to Instagram. I'd never even seen that before. That's some guy in Africa that he'd been bugging me for years. Okay. I don't make any money. And AA doesn't work. I'm sorry, dude. So terror, bewilderment, frustration, and despair. They ride around with a fifth horse. What'd you name your horse? What'd you name your horse? Yeah. See, some of us alcoholics meet these people and they're our friends. I became friends with these guys. Yep. Running and gunning with the four horsemen. And then I became terror, bewilderment, frustration, and despair. Everywhere I went, this is what I carried with me. And I could destroy whole neighborhoods with it. I could burn down my community. Yes, I can. We're that dangerous. We have those thoughts. That's the problem. I remember being in sixth grade and thinking about killing everybody in my class. I had those thoughts because they picked on me all the time. They hurt me. And the only thing that I could think of was death. That was the punishment suitable to how I felt. Don't tell me that's not dangerous. It is. That's very dangerous thinking. It's the kind of thinking that back in the 70s puts you in the hospital. They put you away for speaking out loud like that. No wonder it's so fucking scary to speak who we are. Because anymore, it just seems like there's consequences to having your own feelings. And those consequences come from the other people being jerks. Okay? So we rode with these people until we figured out that they weren't our friends, man. We thought they were. We thought we were having a good time. We're the kind of people that bang on the gates of hell and say, "Why the fuck are you closed? Open the doors, we're here. It's party time. Get the music going, bring out the alcohol, and let's fucking party." Alone. See, I wasn't drinking alone. I was drinking with the devil. If there's got to be a higher power, there's got to be an opposing force, man. King alcohol, the shivering dinner. We call the devil so many different things in this, but we don't say it. Okay, now I'm just gonna say it because, and it's just like God. Okay, so I do believe in a lower power, like I do a higher power. You don't need to believe that, or just understand that in order to have happiness, you need to be sad. In order to have joy, you need despair. Okay? You want gratitude, sacrifice. You want gratitude, then sacrifice is the answer to that. Not gratitudeless. I already know what I'm grateful for. Go out and prove it. Quit fucking writing it. Go out and prove it. Right? Now and then, a serious drinker being dry at the moment says, "I don't miss it at all. Feel better, work better, having a better time. Gosh, my life is better. I just do the next right thing. Things are always great." As ex-problem drinkers, we smile at such sally. We know our friend is like a boy whistling in the dark to keep up his spirits. He fools himself inwardly. He would give anything to take half a dozen drinks and get away with them. I call this toxic positivity. And right now, it is the most popular form of recovery. Notice I said popular. It is not the number one. It's the worst way to go, but it's the number one way to go right now. No, mastermind, I will not take a fucking video call from you. Jesus Christ, people. If I don't know you, do not fucking video call me. I'm Gen X. If you don't have my phone number, it's for a reason. Text me. All right. Inwardly, he would give anything, take habits. He will presently try the old game again, for he isn't happy about his sobriety. Now, you won't have a choice. It'll just happen. Yeah, gotta earn it, Leisure. Leisure says you gotta earn it. Scott and Leisure are the same person, just so you know. It's just, I never know what to call him. Most of the time I call him Leisure. Ugh. Someday, he cannot picture life without alcohol. And then here comes the big one. Someday he will be unable to imagine life either with alcohol or without it. Okay. Now that they're talking about is a spiritual thing that happens. No, it's actually a mental, emotional, right? Then there's the physical part. At the end of my drinking, if I didn't wake up and drink, I would have died. Yeah. I couldn't live without alcohol in a literal sense. That's fucking scary, man. I used to say there's too much blood in my alcohol system, and then one day it became true. That's why it took 3 months to detox. It was horrible. Learning how to walk again, talk again. I don't remember that. It's a fucking fog for me. I have a sponsor. I think I had a sponsor. I don't know. I don't remember. I don't. And it sucks. There are parts of my memory that are gone because I drank so much. Don't do that to yourself, man. And any addiction will take you there. It's trauma. Actually, alcohol, if you drink enough, you get what's called a wet brain, which is it's alcohol dementia. And so take dementia and then times it by about 10. Because this person in dementia they only want to do one thing: drink. And they will leave and leave and leave and leave and leave all the time. It's horrible. So at the end of my drinking, if I did not drink when I woke up in the morning, I would have a delirium tremens and it would have killed me. I had to have medical help. Okay. Thank God for medical help in that situation. I'm not big on Western medication. I'm not. But in this case, thank you, God. Then he will know loneliness such as few do. Yeah. Ouch. Yeah. And she probably, and you know what? They can't help it. That one cannot be helped, and you can't even blame them for it. You want to know Bill W.'s dying wish? A shot of whiskey. That's how elusive this fucking disease is. He was out of his mind. He wasn't there anymore. That was dementia. But that is what his true conscious wanted his entire fucking life. Once an alcoholic, always an alcoholic. Okay? I don't know about anybody else. I'm not a drug addict. I'm not an overeater. I'm not a sex addict. I don't care about gambling. I don't care about money really at all. Okay? So I don't know. So when somebody says, what's a drug addict? Not always a drug addict. I don't know. I think that could be pretty true. I do. Because anybody can be a drug addict, but not anybody can be an alcoholic. Once an alcoholic, always an alcoholic. You will know. For us, it's permanent. Period. He will be at the jumping off place. He will wish for the end. Yeah. Patricia is saying, I worked with those patients for years, and you were completely right. They could have died. Yeah. So, he will wish for the end. So, if he will wish for the end, getting sober for ourselves is a no-go. It's a no-go. It's a no-call. How are you going to get somebody sober who wants to die? I'll tell you how. Family. Love. Love is the answer. You know, remind them of the people that in their life that love them. Their mommy, their daddy. Use these words. Don't say father. Say daddy. Why? Because I'm going to tell you something. Inside, all of us alcoholics are fucking 5 years old, needing the attention of our parents. Yes, Dion is an alcoholic. Thanks, Leisure. And always will be. I'm okay with that. I don't want to drink anymore. I had enough, man. I did. I don't even like the taste of alcohol. I don't even like the taste of it. I think it tastes horrible. So why do I drool when we talk about it? I'm kidding. We have shown you how we got out from under. You say, yes, I'm willing. But am I be consigned to life where I shall be stupid, boring, and glum like some righteous folk I see? I know I must get along without liquor, but how can I have you a sufficient substitute? Yeah. Yeah. We do. And what's more, I like this part. Yes, there is a substitute, and it's vastly more than that. I love it. Okay. And I can't explain it. It's one of those things where it's unexplainable because it's for you. Hey, Mandy, good to see you. It's kind of funny because a lot of people are coming back to schools back in. Yay, school's back in. All my people are back. I'm kidding. It's neat because every single person here I know and I watch. Right? And I watch. I watch you guys. You're my friends. You support me. All right, Ingrid's been putting some stuff up, and I want to. We used a hospital and then took advantage of the dementia and replaced the alcohol with root beer. The hospital was unequivocal. If she drinks again, she will die. Yeah. Yep. Good job. Good job. She doesn't know any better. She doesn't know any better. It's dementia. Okay. Give them what they want at that point in life, you know? Good job. All right. There you will find release from care, boredom, and worry. Your imagination will be fired. Life will mean something that lasts. The most satisfactory years of your existence lie ahead. Thus, we find the fellowship, and so will you. Well, gee, there was some more promises. There's some more promises right there. Your imagination will be fired. Yeah. One day you'll run across somebody like me and they'll bring out the passion in you. That's what I do. See, I can be, that's what allows me to be everything to everyone. No, let me rephrase that. That's what allows me to be able to help anybody that comes across. Their passions. That's what I use. Because I'm good at that. I'm good at figuring out what those are. And I know somebody. There's a very good chance I know somebody, right? And that's what we do for each other in the program. It's more than managing scrapes and the fourth and the fifth step. No, sometimes we loan money. Sometimes we let them live in our homes. Sometimes we will secure jobs. Right now, I'm looking for a house to put a lot of people in so that they can do this, right? And people are catching on that this isn't a sober living that makes money. This is a sober living that the responsibility is the community. Nobody owns anything. Nobody's running shit. Isn't it? Doesn't that feel weird? No, it's AA. It's the 12 traditions. Amber! Yeah, like I said, school's out. Everybody's here. Oh, and I think you're on lunch. So I'm at 30 minutes, but I don't care. I don't care. All right. So I kind of covered that. Okay. I got something else. You won't see me as well. This was sent to me earlier. Amber sent it to me, so I'm gonna use it. Where there is no vision, a people perish. Ralph Waldo Emerson. Working our program teaches us to see things more clearly. Yeah, absolutely. We learn to look at who we really are. That's a big order. Finding out who we really are, right? And we have that third step, and what the third step does is it allows this it allows for the spirit of your higher power to come in and expel that obsession to drink. Okay. And that allows us to get into the fourth and fifth step and see who we really are. First, we're scared to see ourselves, but it turns out okay. We have others to remind us that we are okay, even though we are not perfect. And again, this is where encouragement comes in. There's a friend in my life who goes through a lot of the same stuff that I do, and I have noticed that they have changed. I noticed that they stopped qualifying their triggers. So I told them. And they wrote back, they're like, Dion, thank you. I didn't see that, but you're right. That gives somebody else the confidence to move forward, man. Right? What is that? That's my extra dividends that I get for the day, and I'm transferring them because otherwise they're just going to go to waste. Right? So I get to give away this stuff that's given to me, and I don't lose it. In fact, I get more of it. We also begin to see others more clearly. Oh, that's going to be the toughest one. When you become honest with yourself, you will see the world honestly. That's been my experience. You will see it for what it is. People cannot help themselves. They are lemmings. I do. I'm the same way. I follow a certain order, man. Okay. I'm a leader in some areas and I'm a follower in other areas. And that's okay. I'm still Dion. It's just I'm in a different arena. We see good in people we don't like, and we see faults in people we thought were perfect. But we do not judge people anymore. Does this person not get intrusive thoughts? I get intrusive thoughts. Do I follow through on it? No, I don't. So I don't want you to think that you just don't judge anymore, because that isn't my experience. I still get intrusive thoughts. Some people don't, but I do. But yeah, but we're not going to, in the final analysis, we're not going to judge them, right? Nobody is perfect, no shit. Just as our program friends accept us as we are, we learn to accept others for who they are. Okay? Trust. Trust that they are human, and that'll set you free. It's all the trust you need with your friends and family and everybody else. You trust that they're going to be human, And what that does, it allows me to love me, but it allows me to love them for who they are, including when they make a mistake. It's kind of like that meme that you see where Jesus standing up and the crowd's going, "Yes, does that mean that you will also let in alcoholics and addicts?" And Jesus says, "Yes, even people that ask stupid questions." Yes. Hey. Prayer for the day, higher power. Sometimes I don't like what I see. Help me believe your way will work for me. Help me have my vision. Action for the day. I will use my new way of seeing things to avoid trouble. Woo! What does that mean? It means we're going to see. I used to be a person that would set myself up to fail. Now I set myself up to succeed. How do I do that? I pray. I go to meetings. I don't just pray. Even after this, I'm going to talk to God again. Micro teams, your account needs attention. Fuck you. My account doesn't need anything. Life is so fucking intrusive, man. Since I've been sitting here, somebody wants to go live. They want to do, it's just I get tired of the pop-ups and the ads and the Jesus criminy. All right. All right. Thanks everybody for being here. I hope you have a good day. I love you. Peace out and have a day.